Shut up, Akira! Listen, I have a plan to make something dumb. Again. I'm gonna try to take all the 14 books in one of my favorite book series and turn it into one huge book. And at the end, if this works at all, I'll be sending this entire monstrosity off to a fellow YouTuber friend of mine.
Who's that? YouTuber. Find out soon.
I'm gonna put the fun in functional and probably remove the functional part, because this is gonna get weird. All right, first thing we have to do is just remove all of these text blocks. Chop, chop. I've cleaned up all the spines, and also I've added basically just like a divider sheet between each book, like that. I just quickly designed something in Photoshop, printed it out, cut it to size, glued it on, left it in the book press for a bit, and ta-da! Fancy title page. So instead of stitching all of these together, I'm gonna use some linen and just basically glue everything together on the spine. We need linen. Hi Nori. Hi Stacy. Linen is here. Yeah, that's not long enough. That's what I think I have to glue like 3 and 3 books together first. Yes. Book press wasn't big enough, but still works as a book press. Everything's glued up, now we just have to wait a little bit. Wanna see something annoying? None of the books are exactly the same size. They're all like just a millimeter different. I kind of had to choose where to align them, so I just ended up aligning it on the spine, but oh, this annoys me. Mega dumb idea. What if we use ratchet straps and just like strap it around the table? Okay, I need to try. Oh, hello, Mr. Plank. Oh, holy fuck! This might be very, very smart or very, 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 very dumb. Dear Lord, this is the wobbliest freaking... Okay. There. It's very crooked on one side. Oh, there we go. Oh. Is it working? I think it is. Oh my god, it works! Stupid projects require stupid solutions. Oh, don't show this to any professional bookbinder, please. Since we now have everything clamped together really nicely, we can just cut out a big old square of linen and glue basically along the whole edge here. Some baking paper to make sure this doesn't stick to the end sheet, and some cardstock in the middle to work as a moisture barrier for the glue. Put that there, and now we strap. I think this is the wonkiest setup I've ever made, but it works so well. There we go. This has to glue for a while, so in the meantime, let's start working on what's probably the most difficult and the most fun part, the design. This book series is called The Wheel of Time, and there's a couple of really iconic things from the book series that I want to include in my design. First of all, the magic system. It's based on basically weaving different elements together, and so having some sort of organic woven shapes in there would be really cool. Secondly, the dragon. I'm not going to get into the whole lore thing, but it's a really important symbol in the books. And third, the symbol of the Wheel of Time itself. All right, my friends, it's design time. Sketch version 1, and with just a little bit of fine-tuning, version 2. I fixed the colors up a bit here to represent what I can actually achieve on leather. I've included the logo in the center, obviously the text going along the entire spine, the dragons swirling around here, and you can see in the background here, very subtle, I tried to make these sort of woven little line work just to represent the magic system. And finally, all the light yellow parts here are gonna be gold leaf. And making this sketch actually took so long that now the book is completely dry. Which means we can take it out of the press. Okay. I've glued it a little tight on the spine, so it's kind of like going like this. It's fine. I think maybe I should just lay it down. No warping on the end sheets. Very nice. Every time I see this, it just gets dumber. If I do this, maybe just... Let's see. Look at this.
What? That looks so dumb. It looks like a couple of legs.
It does.
Just wanted to start walking.
Oh, it's so dumb. But at least I can read here. Ah, yes.
You can only read a book in the middle. What happens if you need to read this part?
Give me a moment. Do you have some support? If you just put something underneath like that.
You need a stack of books underneath, so you can just...
Whoa. It feels like a slinky.
It's a book slink.
This is oddly satisfying.
Oh.
Woo-hoo-hoo.
Masterpiece.
Oh, and also, did you think I would remove the maps from the end sheets and not replace them? Hello, I'm not a scrub. Look at these things. Some nice new maps. Oh, I love the color. The glue on the spine is a little tight, so you can see they kind of go like this on the ends. So I think what I'm gonna do is just to add a big old belt on the front to like keep them together, which I should probably have done anyway, because this is quite unmanageable. Next step, headbands. To make them, you need 2 needles, 2 embroidery thread colors, and some sort of core. And if you want the details on this, we have a bunch of bookbinding videos on our channel already, so you can check them out. I will leave them down there. Ooh, boy, it's sewing time. One headband down, which took about 6 hours, and now 1 to go. Oi, I think I deserve a coffee break. I'm super happy with how the kitchen came out from the previous video, but I still feel like there's room for improvement, especially in this area. I mean, there's just empty walls. But my friends, that is an easy fix with today's ad! This plate. Oh, that was such a bad transition, Martina. But look, the only thing this kitchen is missing is some nice one-of-a-kind Fallout-themed metal posters. I mean, just look, the perfect thing to complete the aesthetic. The awesome part about this plate is they're super easy and safe to mount on your walls. Not really needed. You just take this wipe, then the protective sticker, magnet with a sticker on the back, and ta-da! Literally it takes 20 seconds to do. And if you change your mind, you can always replace them with a new one. You just go bloop, bloop, easy. Oh yes, love it. This plate has over 1 million different designs to choose from, both from individual artists and from official brands like Elden Ring, D&D, World of Warcraft, Magic the Gathering, Lord of the Rings, and many more. Right now, this plate is celebrating Black Friday, so during this event you can get up to 44% off if you use our code NERDFORGE at checkout or by using our link below. So make sure to check out this plate and start your collection today. And back to the project. Okay, that was 6 more hours, but now headbands are finally done. The bend test. Oh, it's still as fun as the first time. Oh, but that bends so nicely. Okay. Leather. This is some 1mm goat leather, which is slightly thicker than what you'd normally use in bookbinding, but it works. It's really nice for carving. It's veg tan, which kind of sounds and looks like vegan when you write it out, but it's not. It literally just means vegetable tan, which does not mean it's made of vegetables either. It's just a tanning process. So what I'm gonna do with this, I'm gonna cut one piece for the front and the back, glue that on, then do the spine, and sort of like find a nice way to overlap it on the sides, like a little Frankenstein thing. Leather time. I've traced my mirrored sketch on some baking paper, so now I'm just gonna take this, put it on the spine of the book, and trace it again. That is gonna be so cool. The only thing we have to do before we can carve it is make it moist. So we're just gonna spray the whole thing with water. And now we can carve. Dude, look at this absolute chunk! Doing all this carving took forever. And if you've ever done any sort of leather carving, you know that that stuff is exhausting. Like Hansi and I had to take turns back and forth to complete this whole thing. It's a lot of details. I really love how the texture came out on the face here. All the little scales here and the texture on the horns. Especially this in combination with a very soft leather over here. It really just adds that nice contrast. And that means carving is done! Ugh! And it also means it's time for a bend test. And I'm kind of terrified to do this bend test because now we have all of these pretty little carvings and I don't know how the leather is gonna react when we just go, but we'll see. Gently, Martina. It's still just as smooth. Are you okay? It looks okay. Oh, thank God. No damage. Thank goodness. Leatherworking, check. It still bends, check. So now the next step is staining. This is where we bring this thing to life. Let me get my staining supplies. Oh, I'm gonna need all of you almost. Come here, my friends. This is gonna be very interesting. See, in the past when I made books, I've only used like one, maybe two colors at most. But this time I want to really try to use it as a sort of paint. Use a lot of different colors and try to like blend them together, do some shading and stuff. Which I'm a little bit nervous about because I haven't really used stains in this way before. And it's really not forgiving. Like once you put the stain in, it doesn't go away. You can't redo it. I'm a little nervous about this. I think it's going to be pretty challenging, honestly, to get a good result. But I'm gonna do my best and hopefully we have a nice shaded dragon at the end. And the absolute final thing we're gonna do once we've stained everything is we're gonna apply some real gold leaf. That's right, people, this time it's gonna be real gold. So this time you can yell at me if I'm being wasteful. Did you really think I would do fake gold on this? Hello? If we're gonna do this, we're doing it properly. Time for the scary part and also the most satisfying part, staining. Let's freaking do this! your dumbest creation of all time. I mean, this thing is too well made for what it is. It's so over the top, so dumb, and I absolutely love this thing. I think my favorite part of making this whole thing was just carving the dragon here. So much fun doing all the textures and stuff. And also applying real gold leaf for the first time. Very different from fake stuff, because the real stuff is just, it's so flimsy. It's like you breathe on it and it just goes wah! But it really just adds that little oomph on the spine here. Just look at this. Now we're gonna ship this thing off to a YouTuber friend of ours whose name shall not be named yet. And because of that, we have of course made a nice little over-the-top box for this thing to live in. It's made from some plywood lined with red velvet, added some walnut plywood on the outside here, you know, just to ship it off. So now it has a nice new home to live in. There's just one more thing I have to do before we send it off, and that is the final bend test. So much easier to move it now that we have the belt around it. Oh my god. It never gets old. Oh, it bends too perfectly. Best slinky of all time. I'm gonna miss you a little bit, but you're going to a good home, so I'm not too mad about it. Now, I'm gonna pop you in the case and we can ship you off overseas. I'm really wondering how he's gonna react. I think like if I was the person to receive this, I would just be super confused and be like, oh, what is this? What am I supposed to do with this? Read it? Do you like my little duct tape setup? See, good excuse to get rid of some paper trash. I'm sorry, friend. And of course, we have included a little bit of merch, some sketchbooks, a thermal mug, but most importantly, obviously, we need to include the book. That's the whole point. So we have our little box to rest on top of all this. And I'll see if I can put this in nicely and gently without destroying it. It's kind of sad to see it go. Oh, okay. Good luck on your travels. All right, thank you so much. Bye. In the meantime, let me tell you about our universe. First of all, our hoodie, which I know a ton of you have been waiting for, is now available with matching joggers. I had so much fun designing these, and I'm just super happy with how they came out. I mean, they're just so flippin' comfy, and you can just do anything in them. I love them. We also have a new limited edition sketchbook collector set. Just look at this box, it's so pretty. It contains all our 3 sketchbooks, so if you missed the first 2, then this is your final chance to get them. There's also a giveaway where you can win 1 of 3 box sets that includes a sketchbook with a single page painted by me, and you're automatically entered to win if you buy one of these box sets. And finally, we have made a plush of armored Nori. It's so cute. Nori, stop playing with yourself. Nori. So if you're interested, everything's available on nerdforge.store, so check it out. Thank you. Okay, it's been a couple of days. Package has now been delivered, hopefully safely. Did the video, so let's have a look at his reaction.
Hello, everybody. My name is Daniel Green, and Martina, I got your package. If you don't know who I am, I be the disheveled goblin. I review books and manga and shows related to the sci-fi fantasy space with a heavy emphasis on Wheel of Time. What's more appropriate than to open it with Nightblade from Sanderson stuff? We're very nerdy here, but if you follow Nerdforge, I assume you're used to that. I always open packages with reckless abandon. I'm loyal to it. I'm so scared.
Me too.
That felt so wrong. It's the Wheel of Time. Oh my god. Is it the Wheel of Time in one book? Oh my, this isn't, because I'm sure they know. Robert Jordan said he wanted his final book to be so big, people would have to carry it in a wheelbarrow. Nerdforge, I don't know if you knew what you were doing, but you've basically done what Robert Jordan said, what he wanted to have done, which is to have his book as just one book.
Are you serious? I didn't know that. That's amazing.
Ah! It's so cool. The art on it is so sick.
Just gotta like
get it out,
dump it
without it exploding. Yeah,
and then I'll hold. Oh my gosh! Oh my god!
The belt is badass. This is Loyal's book. Ah! On our new bookshelf, this is gonna be like the feature. This is gonna be like the focus on the new bookshelf.
Open it!
Rip it, baby.
I'm not gonna rip it, I'm not gonna rip it. Just don't do anything to offend her, Nynaeve muttered. You can, I want to confirm, actually read From the Wheel of Time as one book. It's not an easy reading experience, but I would say it's what Robert Jordan would have wanted. Ow!
Please don't drop it on your face.
I'm gonna need some time alone with this.
Yeah.
But I want to end this video by saying thank you for giving me the centerpiece to my new backdrop.
I feel like Brandon Sanderson will be very jealous of this. Not
Brandon
having it.
Sanderson will be jealous of this, and I hope he is. I have it and you don't, Sanderson.
When you're stroking it. Oh, that was so sweet. It was an honor giving this to Daniel Green. If you haven't subscribed to his channel, seriously, you're missing out. Check him out. Go subscribe right now. He's just super funny, super entertaining. And also, he has good taste in fantasy. So, got my seal of approval. And also, Daniel, don't be afraid to open it. It can do the bridge. And if it breaks, then just let me know. I'll send you some glue or something. Oh, that made my day. And of course, a huge, huge thank you to our patrons. You guys are amazing. And now, it is time. Let's have a look at the final result.